With Netflix second meme stock, AMC Entertainment, in our proprietary Trackstar database of the tickers investors search for most, we got to thinking about the theory we floated in April, that Netflix decided to run part 2 of the latest season of Stranger Things on July 1st on day 1 of Q3 rather than the last day of Q2 as to stem the massive multi-million subscriber loss it warned investors on. Turns out we might have been onto something, but it's not all bad news for Netflix. Turns out Netflix's Q2 subscriber loss was considerably smaller than the 2 million the company warned us about. In Q2, Netflix lost just 970,000 subscribers, and according to Nielsen, Netflix beat out all other streaming services for July 2022 market share. Across the board, streaming use increased 3.2% between June and July and 22.6% year over year. This strength led to a huge streaming milestone. For the first time ever, streaming viewership was greater than cable television viewing. Why? Well, largely because there were less sports to watch in July. Thanks to the end of the NBA and NHL playoffs, sports viewing was off 41%. Netflix has guided to 1 million net subscriber additions for the current quarter, but it's Q4 when things could get interesting and potentially ugly again for Netflix. The bottom line is this: Netflix is one of the few stocks that represents a pure play on streaming. Over time, this could change depending on how much revenue the company can generate when it starts accepting advertising. If you want some exposure to the streaming revolution that's in full force and only growing, you might be better off with a more diversified business such as Disney, which is closer to blue chip status. It will take Netflix a while to achieve that status, or even close to it if it ever does. First, it needs to diversify its business, which, out of necessity, it's in the process of doing. Could be a blessing in disguise that Reed Hastings and company had to give in and plan to run some commercials. Second, Netflix's stock price is volatile and tied too closely to that subscriber number. Yes, the stock's up about 22% over the last month, but down a rough 59% year to date. Netflix's 2023 could ride on Q3 coming in as expected or stronger, and the bottom not falling out again in Q4.